straight out of the Gulf of Mexico is where that moisture is coming from, and the system is intensifying. The snow is getting a little bit heavier. So a couple of these darker pockets here are where we're seeing the most intense precipitation right now. Special weather statement is out for the city of Toronto. All the areas in wards
are canceled, as well as York Public and Catholic. And they're expecting and now seeing a major dumping of snow. You'll want to keep yourself at Pearson Airport. Keep that in mind. 200 flights canceled there, as well as at Billy Bishop. They canceled 20 flights out of that airport. So check your flight status. Be careful out there before you head out.
Well, 120.
Oh, there. Okay. Hello, everyone. Okay, this is like my third try in this with the SlingStudio. Now, what is the SlingStudio? It is like the coolest thing. It is like a complete studio in a backpack. What does it look like? Well, it looks like this. So that's a SlingStudio. The actual device, it actually runs on a battery. You don't even have to plug it in if you don't want to. The battery supposedly lasts about 3 hours. And then what you do is you run different apps. So the main app that you run is called the console. And this is the console app. And so as you can see, it's got the different things that are running in preview. So if I wanted to go back to my shot of me speaking, I could put it into preview and you could see me. And to get to that shot, all I'd have to do is hit preview and it goes to program. So now I'm speaking again on camera. Pretty cool, eh? And not only that, here I'm just gonna switch back here to the console. You have a whole pile of sources. So right now, oh, I've only got 6, I lost 2. But you can have up to 10 sources. You can show 4 at a time, okay? And then you can have additional video sources. So what I'm gonna do is I need, well, Matt's already up there, so I'm gonna switch off to Matt. So let's see, let's go to, where's Matt? Matt. There's Matt. And so I'm gonna go Matt to program. Okay, so Matt's program. And so this is the classroom. I'm sitting in the front of the class and I have all my students just sort of filming different things. You can see Luca back there, steady on the sling because I need that shot. Okay, and we've got Sarita over here right beside me. You can see the person right beside me is filming the console, which is this shot. Okay, now we're gonna try some of the other shots that we've got here. We have Adam's phone, which I'm gonna switch off here. And we're getting there. Yes, there's Adam's shot. And so I'm just gonna move Adam's shot over here and we're gonna move that into preview. So Adam's shot is coming. What happened? Adam's, just go down here. There we go. So Adam's shot is in now. Hello there. But you can imagine I'm doing a multicam shoot, switching on the iPad, with multiple phones shooting multiple things. If you look at Adam's shot, there is Sarita in the background with her eyes going back and forth, being very steady, very good Sarita, because Sarita is doing my console shot, which is that one, okay, which is so cool. So she can see her own stuff in program right now. But this is all recording, so if we go back to the SlingShot, which is the Samsung device, which is this one, and so I'm just gonna drag that there and we'll put that into preview and then we'll make that go to program. So if you look at the bottom of this device, at the very bottom, there's an SD card. All of this is recording onto an SD card. The actual switched video will be a single video, but I've also set it up to record the full stream from each of the individual cameras as well. So each of the individual iPhones, I'm also getting their feed as a separate file, and then what's hopefully going to be created, that's what it says it creates, is a Premiere multicam file. Can you imagine what that would be like? Oh my God, it's so thrilling. And I will switch back to here so I can go like this and say, isn't that thrilling? Anyway, so that's the end of the video for today, and hopefully this is good enough to post. I'm going to throw it into Premiere and let's see what happens. Save. Awesome. Let's see how it works. Hello, so this is post-production, and what I've done is a different day, different sweater. Anyway, what I did is I took it out and I looked at what you had to do to get this multicam file in. Was it going to be easy or was it going to be difficult? And as it is, what it is a Premiere extension. which is so cool. So what you do is I actually opened it up. I'm just going to show you here. And I threw it into a test file called SlingStudio Test. I'm just going to open it up for you here. And just to give you an idea what you get, it goes into extensions. And if you open SlingStudio extension, what you get is this dialog box, which will take a second to come up. Come on now, let's go. And then I can get into the other stuff. And then you basically select the project import, which is so cool. So I imported it, and I actually did 3 separate recordings under the same file name, which was very interesting. And I was wondering what it was going to do. It actually took all the different recordings that were in the various folders and basically put it all in one sequence. And so what I did was I took the last sequence, because the first 2 sequences, what I had done is I had selected, so if we look in here, where's my SlingStudio? I have a SlingStudio folder here. If we look into my SlingStudio Test 2 projects, and if we look into the program recordings, I did 3 tests. Okay, so these first 2 tests, like this one, I just ticked off one box where it was basically just recording one thing. Then I did what was called a quad view recording, and I thought, oh, is that going to give me the individual files? And no, what quad view is, it looks something like this. Let me just open that file. Quad view looks like this, like a security cam photo. So everything that was in the preview mode shows like this in a single video file, which is interesting. I'm not sure if I would use it for anything. And then the last one was for individual inputs. I can't remember the name of the dialog box or the little checkbox that comes up. And this is all done through the iOS app, which hopefully I can get some B-roll and just flop that in there. And these are the names of the students' iPhones that were being used. Whatever they put in as the name of their iPhone is what comes up. And then 001, 001, whatever. This audio line in is, I actually connected a lav, a Sennheiser lav, directly into the mini pin connection into the SlingStudio itself as a line in audio. Now, what I'd probably do is I'd recommend getting like some kind of small soundboard that allows you to have multiple audio inputs that you could control and monitor and stuff like this. And you could have like real sound, like incredible sound. So going back to the Premiere file, this is amazing. Like if you look at this, so I'll just go in here, and the beauty of Premiere timelines, I love the tilde key that allows me to magnify each of the different dialog boxes. But look at this thing. This is amazing. So this is the file that it gives you. So this one that I've turned off right now, this is actually the program out ones. This would be like the what it recorded as a single file for you anyway. But then underneath is all the individual cameras cut like a multicam edit. Now, disappointingly, I can't view this as a multicam edit, and I don't know if I'm just doing it wrong. This is my first time doing it. But all the movement through this, like if you look at this, like all the cuts and everything like this. So there's a cut in that program file, and it shows you the cut from this camera to this camera. I'm like, oh my God, that's amazing. And now if I wanted to move these, I could just roll edit these things and move them back and forth. It is like insane. That's incredible. So if I go back here and I want to see this, and I go in here and say, I don't want to move that though, but if I went into here, oh, wrong one, click here, if I went here, and I play.
What does it look like? Well, it looks like this.
And see how I had that cut
SlingStudio,
there.
the actual.
If I wanted to move the cut, I could just go like this, and I would use this tool. Oh gosh, I don't like that. It's not all in a row. There we go. I like it like that. So if I want to use the rolling edit tool, I could just roll any of these lines. So I could go like that and roll that edit, and then roll this one in line. And like in a true multicam edit, what I should be able to do is go up here, choose multi-camera, and then I should be able to see all the different shots, right? But in this case, I'm only getting the program out shot, which, you know, I can't ask for everything. So you got to do a tiny bit of work. But still, having this multicam capability is incredible. The amount of time savings that you have as a result of having this file with all the inputs is mind-boggling. Will it go into Final Cut X? Absolutely. I have a newer version of Premiere at home,
and so I had to bring it to school on my my school computer. And the way you do that, typically, the way I tell my students to do that, is export to a Final Cut Pro X XML file. And yes, so it actually creates a Final Cut Pro XML file. So if you had to do it this way, you could. But in reality, it actually creates an XML file as well. So this is very Final Cut Pro X friendly, as well as Premiere friendly. So I don't know what else I could want other than having the multicam capability here. But, oh, this is an amazing device. So I'm really, really happy with it. We're just going to keep on going here and see what the possibilities are. It is amazing.